Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have some very important technical analysis to do on Bitcoin because I want to show you something on the Bitcoin chart. You guys may already be aware that Bitcoin has rallied to, at the time of recording this video, $13,400, but what you might not be aware of is the fact that Bitcoin is massively overextended on the Bollinger Bands, the RSI, and even the MACD. Guys, as much as I do think the medium and the long term on Bitcoin are bullish, and as much as I have been preaching the bullish fundamentals on Bitcoin for the last several months, Bitcoin needs to take a breather. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing that. I'm going to be showing you why it's almost indisputable that Bitcoin stops the rally and trades sideways for a little while. We're going to be using historical data to come to that conclusion. I hope you guys do enjoy today's video. If you do, as always, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Before we get started, guys, I do want to mention the sale running on the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Sweater Weather 2020 will get you $40 off at checkout on the Academy that will teach you everything you need to know about trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Guys, it's incredibly important that you invest in your education because if you don't do so, you'll never be able to take advantage of the gains that are being made in the cryptocurrency space right now. We're heading back to all-time high, and I don't want you guys to miss out on all of the money there is to be made, so invest in your education now. Use our link in the description down below. That sale will be ending on Friday. But let's go ahead and get started. Guys, I need you to understand something. Markets are cyclical. We've said that probably 100 times. Bitcoin goes up and Bitcoin goes down. At the end of the day, if you're an investor like me, and if you will look at the long-term perspective on Bitcoin like me, you shouldn't really care all that much when Bitcoin goes up or down, because if it goes up, you're not going to sell, but if it goes down, it's time to buy. The thing that does concern me, however, is the perception that many of my subscribers have when Bitcoin is blasting off to new highs or when Bitcoin is pulling back to fearsome lows, and that is the terror that people feel. I mean, seriously, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that people get scared of this market. They get terrified of this market. When Bitcoin crashes, people panic and they run around in the streets like a chicken with their head cut off. It's gruesome. And when Bitcoin rallies, oftentimes people think, oh, well, Bitcoin's just going to rally forever. It'll never stop. And anyone who says otherwise, get out of my way, because now I'm going to run around like a chicken with its head on and not cut off. And that brings us to the point of today's video, the fact that Bitcoin is massively overextended on the short-term technicals, and it needs time to cool off. If you guys will remember these colored lines on the chart, which many of you were making fun of me, saying that some of my staff had to color them because I'm colorblind. I don't appreciate that, you know. These lines represent every time that Bitcoin has become overextended in the last year and a half. The blue lines show when Bitcoin got overextended and continued the rally. The red lines show when Bitcoin got overextended and did not continue the rally. Now, we can argue all day about whether or not this should be a red or a blue line, but at the end of the day, we can't see into the future. So the only thing that we can say for certain is that Bitcoin is overextended. We're sitting at 81 on the RSI. And guys, this is what I was talking about earlier. There comes a time where Bitcoin's rallying and everybody wants it so badly that they're willing to just completely ignore and even go after the people that say things like Bitcoin's overextended and it needs to consolidate. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's not going to go to all-time high, but I am telling you what the chart is saying. The chart is saying Bitcoin needs to consolidate, it needs to lock in gains, and it might. Don't get upset now. It might even need to pull back a little bit. I understand that bull markets are very exciting, and I understand that Bitcoin moving into a bull market is exactly what we want to see, but we cannot let our emotions blind us, be those good or bad. Trading without emotion is not just about not FUDing. It's also about not FOMOing, and there is a lot of FOMO going on in the space right now. When you zoom in on the hourly chart, for example, you see this pattern right here. Lower lows, lower highs. It's a trading channel. These normally break north. Will it break north of $14,000, $15,000? It very well may do that. In fact, the short-term technicals, the even shorter than a daily, down on the hourly chart technicals say, yeah, it would make sense if Bitcoin broke that rising trading channel and Bitcoin broke north above all of those resistance levels. The problem is what happens to our oscillators? What happens to our technical indicators that are there to tell us when we're overextended? I've warned you guys many times in the past, when Bitcoin rallies very quickly, it is a recipe for Bitcoin to start falling very quickly. So is the point of me telling you what needs to happen on Bitcoin so we can all like go vote that Bitcoin pull back or something? No, of course not, because we don't actually have that power. At least I don't. I'm not a whale. I might be a dolphin, but I'm not a whale. The point of this video is to make sure you guys understand that what Bitcoin should do on the technical landscape is often what it does. A lot of people say that technical analysis doesn't work. That is flat out wrong. Technical analysis is about reading patterns, seeing what those patterns have shown Bitcoin to do in the past, and then using them as predictive analytical tools to analyze what Bitcoin will do in the future. There's a very good reason to believe technical analysis. There's a very good reason to give it caveat and human intuition and gut feeling and everything too, but it is something we want to pay attention to. And the technicals right now say that while, yes, Bitcoin may break to the upside because of this pattern that we've just seen on the hourly chart, it is very likely that that will be a short-lived breakout if it happens at all. We have seen in the past that whenever Bitcoin gets overextended on the RSI up here, it doesn't stay up here very long. All of these levels stayed up here for about 14 days at maximum, and then they very quickly fell back below the 70 level. Bitcoin has been above the 70 level right now for 6 days. That means based on trends that we have seen in the past for daily chart price action on Bitcoin, going all the way back to the beginning of charting history on Bitcoin, that Bitcoin should not stay above the 70 level on Bitcoin for much more than 14 days. Anything beyond that, and Bitcoin is doing something very strange. Can Bitcoin rally to $20,000 right now and ignore everything I'm saying? Yes, it absolutely can, because at the end of the day, fundamentals oftentimes overwrite technicals, but the news has come. The PayPal news has come. If the PayPal news only pushed us this far, I don't think it's just going to all of a sudden posthumously push us to $20,000. If some other major news story comes out in the next 48 hours or 72 hours or the next 7 days, yes, that might drive us, but I can't see that from where I'm sitting right now because I can't see the future. So what I need you guys to understand is that the technicals are giving us a sign, and it is in our best interest to read that signal. I'm not telling you to short Bitcoin. I'm not telling you to sell Bitcoin. I'm not telling you to leave Bitcoin. I'm telling you to be as bullish as ever on Bitcoin because the fundamentals are fantastic. I've been very clear on my stance on that point. What I am, however, telling you is that Bitcoin demands consolidation. So don't get too excited, because when we get too excited, we stop thinking. We need to use our brains, because that's the only way that we profit in cryptocurrency markets. Speaking of which, guys, I have always said that the best investment you will ever make is one up here, one in your education, one in yourself, because if you don't understand how to read cryptocurrency markets, you're never going to profit in them. And that's why we created the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, guys. CT2A is the one-stop shop to learn everything you need to know about trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. We've helped thousands of students along on their journey of learning technical analysis, learning how to read charts, and at the end of the day, learning how to profit in them. I know many people that make tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from trading. The only thing that stops you from doing that is you. It's your work ethic. It's your expertise. And at the end of the day, it's your knowledge of how the markets work. If you don't understand how they work, you will never understand how to work in them. It is of the utmost importance that if you are serious about trading cryptocurrency, if you are serious about investing in cryptocurrency, you must invest in your education in this space. And that is why we created CT2A. There's a $40 off coupon code linked in the description down below, Sweater Weather 2020. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, I do want to point you over to our Instagram, because we've been very active over on Instagram at CryptoJeb. We have an amazing artist on staff now named Gia, and she is doing phenomenal. We have all kinds of content going up over there that I think you guys will enjoy. Follow us at CryptoJeb on Instagram and Twitter. That's the same handle. By the way, there is something very special coming on Friday. I'm looking forward to it. It was recorded yesterday, so look out for that. Make sure you subscribe and hit the post notification bell. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.